And hello, everybody, and welcome to the very first bracket match of the MQO Tournament 2023. I am your commentator, Bobby's, accompanied by the wonderful Mave today, and we'll be commentating the run between 2Kill and Lix. How are you, Mave? How are you feeling about this run?
Hello, everybody. I'm very excited. It's as already told, the first bracket run of this tournament, and I was looking forward to this race, and I'm very I want to see who wins this because I think it's kind of close between those.
Yeah, I don't know too much. I looked at it quickly. I think Lix has overall some better runs going for him. He has a better average, of course. He's seed 6 and 2Kill is seed 11, with his average being in the 107s when the 2Kill is more in the 123. So there's a clear difference between them, but Lix hasn't been running all that much, and I don't know. I think 2Kill has trained quite a little, so it can be a really fun race to watch. I think it'll be really nice.
Yeah, we also know that 2Kill is going to use a little bit of RTA threads, a little bit less QTMing, and we also know, I don't know if they are still using God mode, but we will see when and if and what the strategy will be. God mode can maybe turn this tournament around or this race around, because if Lix takes some too many deaths and loses too much time, this can easily be a win for 2Kill. But we'll see.
True. That is very good to know. Yeah, God mode can be... It's a very secure strategy, but it makes sure that they don't run into some problems with the bosses or the wisps. So very smart for some consistency. And we'll be starting any time now. Some little reminders about MQO if some people don't know what they're watching. MQO is a run where you have to complete all the wisps in the main order, as you saw in the intro, the wonderful intro. Then we have to finish, and we'll finish on the Shriek Death, and that's when we'll call time.
Yes, since we are still waiting a little bit, I want to thank Brian again for the beautiful intro.
Yep. He's done a wonderful
Always
job.
Always nice to have an intro for every tournament.
Totally. And
then we are starting.
Here we go. Nice. Starting off with a little skip prologue into QTM. As Ave mentioned, we won't be seeing a lot of QTMs on 2Kill's side. She'll be doing RTA strats, but Lix will probably be utilizing them. So we might have some slight differences in their load list timer that you can see at the bottom here. And I'm guessing the restreamer will try and fix those from time to time to make them seem closer and make it more logical with the timers. But for now, just roaming around, gonna go get Torch and get our keystones to get through the first keystone door.
Yes, the beginning is quite tech heavy because you don't have many skills. All you can rely on is jumping, wall jumping, and your Torch. And
Torch is always a bit nice though. It's really cool. Like, you don't see it a lot in runs because we extinguish it pretty early on, but it's got some nice movement to it that we're gonna see right now on Lix's side. Hopefully, he'll be using some repeated upswings with Torch to pass this gap. Very nicely done, first try, and then he'll be using some nice little jump mechanic just here to jump at the right time and reach that little
first
ledge.
Try, perfect.
Yeah, that was really nice. Honestly, pretty fast. 2Kill's opting for the lower route where she's gonna do the casual strat of just beating these mobs and then going back up and extinguishing her Torch.
The no combat person going for the combat.
Oh, true. Quite controversial. And Lix on his side getting his second keystone and got as well his Spirit Light. We're collecting a bit of Spirit Light in this early game to get Sentry, which is the infamous skill we get in this category for some vertical height with sentry jumps and the like. So yeah, we'll be seeing that soon enough. But right now, just collecting some Spirit Light to eventually get it. We need 400. Right now we're at 200. And we'll be getting 3 more Spirit Lights and killing some slimes to get there.
Yeah, Lux just put off his torch because he will get another torch in quite a bit. Because we get our first boss fight, or minor boss fight. It's how we will get chased a little bit, and then we will see how Lux is able to defeat him very quickly.
Torch does a very fast job at how you can completely spam him if you manage to get in the right position. Well, right position. In the right little movement. And that was very nice. Got a lot of hits in there and got it very quickly. Very nicely done by Lix. QTM the end there to pass a tiny little cutscene. And 2kill on her side is also getting there without torch as well, but she didn't have to extinguish it because she already did it so earlier. And so Lix will be getting to his first skill, which is sword. Well, skill, more like a weapon. Sword, which will be very cool. There's a lot of movement with sword. That is nice. Little cutscene before sword to actually get it. But we can skip this cutscene, fortunately, so very nice. And nice little pogo there from Lix. You can skip some tiny sections here by doing some nice movement as 2kill on her side is doing her howl. Ooh, Lix going for the hover above the sword tree. A bit of a risky strat. You need to bounce off the wavy platform to get enough depth and then finally rise back up and do some good slashes to get through. Very nicely done though, first try. It loses a lot of time if you fail it, which is why you won't see a lot of people going for it. But it's very satisfying to see and save some time if you do it first try, of course.
Yeah, 2kill also getting the sword tree now, or the sword.
Mm-hmm.
The only tree you can skip the cutscene, sadly.
True.
Some trees you can QTM the cutscene, some don't. So sometimes you will see a QTM, sometimes it doesn't save the skill, so sometimes you will not see a QTM.
Well, we'll probably talk about that when we get to Bash Tree, because it's a really nice strat, and I'm guessing Lix will go for it. But Lix here just QTM the tree here, of course, which is double jump. So we now have double jump. We can do some nice movement with sword and double jump, where we can do these sort of sword floats to get us a bit higher. He did use it just before to get some extra Spirit Light, so now we're getting closer to the 400 I mentioned earlier. 2kill on her side, slowly getting to the double jump tree, also getting her little Spirit Light there on the way. And Lix on his side will be killing some slimes. I'm not sure 2kill will be killing any because I think she got an extra Spirit Light that Lix didn't get. So she won't be needing to do that maybe, which is a small time save maybe.
Yes, but they still need the Spirit Light to buy Sentry at the end, so they might need to collect something else at the end. But now 2kill also gets double jump tree. Maybe with... Nah, I don't think 2kill is going for door skip, so they won't go for the sticky shard. So they will ride... Yeah, they will head right away.
And that was a beautiful door skip on Lix's side, as we were talking about that. First try, wonderful, good positioning, good jumps, with some nice sword floats as well. So, just perfect. Went through that very easily, like a breeze. We didn't talk too much, we talked quickly about our runners, but Lix is a fairly big runner in Will-O-The-Wisp. He has a lot of world records, and he knows the game quite a lot, especially the speedrun. And it's not surprising to see him succeed so much with these tricks. He's very familiar with most of them. And so it's nice to see him doing very well here.
And now getting the return tree. Most people just skip doing the casual run. But now we also see 2kill getting a keystone that Lix didn't get. Because since Lix was able to do door skip he could just save this one keystone for the door, which Tuchel sadly has to get, which loses a bit of time, but we will see a different route from them, which makes it a little bit more exciting to watch.
Yep. And Bix, slowly getting up there. Getting the Resilience Shard, which is one of the 2 shards we get this run. Well, we'll get more later on. He got Reckless earlier, which is a shard that upgrades the damage we deal, which is very handy for us, with the bosses especially, to get an extra damage in there, and we even will upgrade it to get even more percentage of damage added. But he got Resilience there to get some... it basically shields you a bit and makes you take less damage, and we'll use it for a nice trick called Dash Swim that we'll see a bit later. Lix is doing the O for skip, got it second try. You have to pass above here to avoid a semi-long cutscene. Here, I don't think he saved much time with getting it second try, but he still went for it, so very good. And we'll be getting to the bow tree soon.
And now we got Sentry, which makes verticality movement way easier. I mean, you still need energy for that, so energy management is quite important. But some QTMs just give you energy back, so that makes it a little bit easier.
And 2kill is slowly getting to regen tree as well. She is a bit behind. I haven't looked if we have any. She is a bit behind. I'd say like a minute or 2. Nothing much. Completely like they can totally catch up if Lix has an issue in some skip or later on with some wisps or anything. Could totally happen. So nothing huge yet. It's just the early game, and Lix, his side, just got bow, and we'll be going through this bow room to get these ice stones that are kind of mandatory to pass through this zone if you can't do any out of bounds. And so he'll be getting these with some nice movement here, with some sentry jumps to go even faster.
So did we talk about that Lix is playing on patch 2 and 2kill is playing on patch 3?
Oh, wait. Is he playing? He's playing on patch 2?
Yes,
okay.
He's playing on patch 2.
Okay. Well, you can talk about it.
Some differences in those patches. Some QTMs are different, and some, QTM, first of all, are longer on patch 3. So that's the main reason why we said this tournament is timed by in-game time, so it's easier to even it out. But you also have some minor details, which we will point out here and then. Because I'm still in favor on patch 3, so I think 2kill has the upper hand on that. So we'll see.
I'll let you point them out because I'm not sure I remember them all. But you being an expert patch 3 runner, I'll let you talk about that freely, of course. Lix, wait, is Lix doing the trial?
Is he doing the trial though?
Does Lix have a different? Oh,
I mean, I can only think of one reason, but we will see why he does that.
Okay. Doing the trial, so getting Spirit Light, so probably buying some more stuff, which I don't remember him talking about. Probably Blaze, yeah, probably Blaze. We'll have to look. Maybe Shuriken, maybe. Hopefully, I'd like for him to buy Shuriken.
That's Blaze, definitely Blaze.
Most likely Blaze. Yeah, we gotta be honest. It's probably Blaze. Yeah. But now getting Dash. He's going for this here. So as you can see, he used bow to actually activate the tree at the same time as he's charging it, so that the animation actually stacks on top of his bow shooting animation, which makes him able to much earlier than you're usually able to. And then I think he just died to the crushers, which let him respawn and be able to move accordingly. again, because otherwise your camera gets locked and you can only dash in one direction, which is a bit awkward. So people prefer to either get a save QTM or kill themselves to reset. But he's
now heading to the Spirit Trial.
Yep.
So we see a little bit divergence of your normal route. Let's see how quick he can do that Spirit Trial.
Ooh. 2Kill on her side, by the way, just got bow, did the bow room, and is heading into the same zone as Lixen's right now. And so they'll also be doing dash swim, I believe, to get down there.
So.
Are you? Maybe? No. Okay. I didn't quite check how what Lix got for his time, but I'm sure it was very good.
Yeah, maybe he just.
And
who knows?
wait, but he's getting the shard. So this shard is a shard for bow. So to have, I think this one's quick shot. So to get faster shooting,
Maybe
which I'm
more upgrades for that.
maybe.
I don't know.
He's doing something. He's doing it. That's for sure. And
Maybe he's just doing for the fun. Who knows?
you know. Oh, first try upswim. Upswim is a bit harder. Wait, well, actually, I'm not gonna jinx it too soon. There you go. First try upswim. Oh. Okay. Second try upswim. Right. Yes. Okay. Second try upswim. Died on the top there. Unfortunate. We'll still have to lower the water here, as you saw 2Kill do on their side. They lowered the water to actually get down there because they avoided doing dash swim. It's not a huge time loss, by the way, to not do dash swim, because you still need to lower the water, as you see on Lix's side, because you still need to shoot that purple eye, which is unfortunate for us, but this is no out of bounds restriction, so you're not allowed to shoot it from above or anything.
So we also might see the first uses of, we should probably already did, but we have the wave dashes. Let's see how he will skip the on-bug fight.
Ooh, is he doing it from the bottom wave dash, do you think?
I will.
Oh, he's doing it from here. Oh, okay. Well, he's gonna try it again. This is a hard one because it's, as you can see, you get stuck. But here he gets it. It's very precise, honestly. I never managed to get it. But very nicely done. We'll be getting down to Bash Tree, which is one of the unskippable trees, as we said earlier. So he'll have to use his bow here to hopefully get it. Very nicely done. Getting the Spirit Light. At top, you can't see much, but I assure you he is getting the Spirit Light. And we'll be continuing here, maybe opening up Moldwood as well for later purposes. We'll be going there later, but right now we're just going there for a shard and 2Kill for a bow shard. So I really don't know why he did that trial, but soon enough we'll know. And 2Kill on her side is making her way back up from Hollow, and we'll be reaching the same area, well, the same half area where Lix is, and also getting her bow shards as well.
Yeah, Tuchel will have an easier time doing upswim because there's no water there. So
True.
Will be faster going back up again.
Yes, that should save her a bit of time over Lix, which had some issues. So yeah, 2Kill, if we had to sum it up a bit here, 2Kill is going for more safe strats, I'd say, or more likely consistent strats to make sure that they're doing always a similar time, as Lix is going for the riskier strats that can like pay off most of the time, but also are a bit dangerous. Reaching Quolock, our first
you might see
wisp.
him. Just very short.
Oh,
There
yep,
he
he's right there. And yep, again a regen dash. So our first technical wisp, I believe, we'll be getting 5 of those. We'll try and tell you when we get them. But yeah, basically our goal is to get them in the main order. and well, to do the whole quest in the main order. But right now, got our first wisp. We'll be heading to Glades, which is the area where we'll be seeing shopping and stuff like that. And it's like it's like a little village where we just shop. And so we'll be talking to Twillin most likely, and maybe Ofer. We'll see here what Lix plans to buy. Oh,
okay. No Ofer
getting
things.
more Spirit Light. Okay.
So definitely upgrades for the shards. Then.
Oh, he is getting a bunch of upgrade. He's not talking to Ofer, which means he's definitely not buying any extra stuff. So I wonder what he's buying. Okay. Overcharge, which is a shard. Oh wow.
Reckless.
Reckless twice, which is a lot of damage. I don't think anyone else goes for that.
Not that I know of.
It's a certain trade-off. Doing the trial takes a bit of time because you need to activate it, you need to actually do it, you need to go up there. But Reckless Free can be nice. I don't know. I don't know if anyone's ever timed that, to be fair. So we'd have to see. But which means he'll be melting the bosses even more
and going out of bounds.
and going out of bounds.
Blame Reckless for that.
The dangers of Will-o'-the-Wisp, of course. Dashing anywhere can make you phase through a wall. It doesn't happen that much, but in that position, it's a semi-fairly occurring thing. It happens. It's happened to me earlier. So yeah, it can happen. He just had to QTM come back and did it again. And 2kill is getting to Korlok as well. We'll be reaching Glade soon too. We'll be getting the same upgrades as Lix, except they won't be getting the Reckless Free. And yeah, I think I didn't finish talking about Overcharge. Overcharge is just a shard that lets us use twice less energy, so it's very useful for a speedrun where, as you see, we're using energy for Sentry, and later we'll be using quite a bit for Bow as well for the enemies. So it's important for us to save as much energy as we can.
Yeah, unfortunately, entering Wellspring, this cutscene isn't skippable. So yeah, sitting around for, I don't know, 30 seconds. A little bit of downtime.
You know, it's always nice to have a little bit of a break in the middle, especially in the middle of Wellspring, to be honest. To try and forget your sorrows about... Everyone loves Wellspring. It's great. It's not so bad in the speedrun, I guess. And... Oh, also, we didn't talk about it, but on 2kill's side, they're right there. You didn't see it. But they skipped a cutscene of Grom talking and saying, "Hey, you've entered the Glades." So, yep, skip that. Lix also did. It's a nice time save, honestly. It's like 15 seconds, maybe, so it's good to have. Basically, you just try and not touch the ground, but you do that by slowly, like, very quickly jumping off of it to make sure that he doesn't activate his trigger.
Coming to our next tree.
Once again.
We also can't QTM, so trying it with Bow again, but sadly didn't get it. But now we have Grapple, which allows you to leash onto blue objects and pull yourself onto them. Mostly useful in Wellspring because, of course, there's much blue stuff here in Wellspring.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes Wellspring very easy.
Yeah, there's... I believe it's Seal that tried to do a run, well, do some runs, try and time it to see if we could avoid getting Grapple and just make it faster by completely avoiding that tree. But it turns out it's just really hard. It might be faster, but it's just really a pain to do.
Yeah, it's a little bit easier to do Willow with Grapple at some points.
As well, too, yeah. But here, just passing through, this second room is a bit of a very slow one where you're kind of waiting for cycles usually. There's a little fight here section that Lix will have to go through, and we'll be seeing the first instance of Machine Gun Bow. So right here you can see that he's completely destroying the the mobs that we have here. Usually they don't die so fast, but with Bo it's just absurd. And Reckless free, Jesus Christ. He is literally killing them in like what,
Is
3
he
bow
using
shots?
Or is he doing overcharge? I didn't see.
I think he swapped to Reckless, I'm pretty sure. Because that was a lot of damage. But maybe not.
But he didn't use energy that much. I'm confused.
He's just that much better. He has actually 4 shards equipped. He went to go get he finished a shrine to actually get an extra shard slot.
He hacked the game.
And so yeah, a lot of cycles usually in this room that Lix is in, but we'll be avoiding all of that by just skipping it, not doing the whole lever section that is really tedious, so it's good that we can skip that. And instead here, he's going to the end, and we'll be finally getting to the final room of Wellspring as 2kill is making their way to the grapple tree as well. So yeah, honestly, not that far behind. There's a slight time difference, as you can see in their timers. So of course the difference between QTMing and not QTMing. But yeah, not that far behind. I'd say like, what, a couple minutes. Which is completely fine, honestly, and can catch up at any moment.
Yeah, Lux is going to buy fast travel, which allows him to teleport anywhere at any point, which makes traveling around Neven a little bit faster, because we have to travel from the left to the right and from the top to the bottom at some point. And now he's able to skip that cutscene, which triggers the Wellspring escape, so we can start it right off.
Yep.
With a wave dash to the right.
Ooh, very nice. And yep, this escape is very cool. There's a bunch of skips in it. Ooh, he's going for this one too. The wheel skip, so lets you skip this kind of scroller section. Where you can't do anything. Instead, he's just jumping straight down, gaining some time, going through this very quickly with dash and grapple here, as you can see. This is one of the sections that makes grappleless a bit harder and a bit tedious. And once again, getting through it, smashing some things, and finally finishing the escape. Very nicely done. As 2kill on their side is also doing the little arena with Bo. Wonderful bow shards, and will be soonly catching up to where Lix is, honestly. And we actually got info. Lix was 20 seconds behind at grapple, which from his PB, which is not that far behind from PB, honestly. So consistency is doing very good. And 2kill on her side is 4 minutes behind Lix at grapple. And 1 minute 10 ahead of PB. So Lix, my bad, 2kill on a good run, Lix 2, and 2kill a bit behind Lix, but can totally catch up, as I said earlier, with the later game.
Yeah, Lux is now heading to pools, because we is going to get, oh, that was close. He is going to get wave dash earlier, so we have a small swim section between Hollow and Woods, and wave dash makes it a little bit faster. So we do this first because we have to do it anyway. So and we do it now, so we have better movement, and we can just backtrack or use the teleporter we collect afterwards. So it makes everything a little bit easier. Meanwhile, 2kill is at the top of Wellspring, and also will buy fast travel in a bit.
Yep. Ooh, nicely done by Lix. The wave dash into the sentry jump, which is, I mean, really cool to watch. It's a mix of horizontal speed and vertical speed, which is always very cool to see. Here, going through this room that is slightly precise with how spikes are everywhere and how you're low on health, but very nicely done. Everything going well. 2kill on their side, starting the escape. Didn't get the cutscene skip, so they're watching this. But we'll do the rest of the escape accordingly. And Lick's slowly doing this very nice skip as well. That is called the puzzle skip. So normally you'll hear a little ding, which means that he's done the puzzle, as you did see. Of course, he just did the puzzle. Very nicely done. And spawning at the teleporter, and we'll be slowly advancing. Hopefully, he won't get the arena door, so there's a door here coming up that sometimes spawns, sometimes doesn't, and we just kind of pray that it doesn't spawn, or else we just have to reload the game until it doesn't. And hopefully here it won't spawn for him. Yes, very nice. Okay, everything going very smoothly for Lix here in pools. Good to watch.
Yeah, this is a little bit of difference in between those patches. In patch 3, you're guaranteed that the door will not appear. So sadly for Tuchel, that Lix has the upper hand on that door, because for Jill or for Tuchel, the door would definitely not spawn. So they would have gotten a little bit of time save. Sadly, Lix got a terrible death.
Yep, that's a unfortunate one. Didn't go for the save. I don't think a lot of... Well, I guess it's safer to go for it, but I'm guessing Lix isn't the type of person to go for safe strats right now. But yeah, just didn't get a save, so trying not to die here. Unfortunately, it happened. But it's fine now, getting back up. But that's a bit of time lost, so Tuchel has a bit of time to catch up here. And Lix using grapple. You can see some uses of grapple in pools. Getting to the tree in this area, once again a death. He mustn't forget about that keystone that he has to get.
Those mean crabs.
Yep, very unfortunate. I mean, it's quite unfortunate to die to them. It's fine. Ooh! Nice death strat to pass that door. Always cool to see. QTM
You
in
might
this
have
tree.
noticed Tuchel isn't in pools, and Tuchel just said, no, I'm not going to pools. It's too dangerous for now. I'm already going to woods, which also means that they will fight Hornbach already.
So they're ahead.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, difference in routing. So it's gonna be a bit hard to compare. We'll see a bit more when they're done with the whole middle section. MQO has rules on main quest order with everything has to be in the right order, except here for the 3 wisps in the middle, it doesn't matter in what order you do them, because the game doesn't care what order you do them in. So you can totally have variances in routes, especially on the 3 big wisps that you can do in the middle. But yeah, hey, Hornbug at the same time. Nice. Unfortunate death on Tuchel's side I saw, but at least we get to see 2 Hornbugs together. Ooh, same jump.
Looks actually changed to Reckless, so let's see if it makes it a little bit faster. And it looks like it does.
Yep, that's a lot of damage.
You are short on energy, so it should be fine.
Yeah,
nope.
the eternal problem of energy or damage. I guess damage here is a lot better to have Reckless equipped. You can only have 3 shards equipped, so since you have the 2 bow shards that are Quick Shot and Splinter, you can't have both Reckless and Overcharge, so you have to make a choice. And I guess Reckless is just better for Hornbug here because he doesn't have that much health, so Reckless can do the job fairly quickly.
So we see Kolok again for a little bit. There he is. And bye.
And Lick's doing the skipping the cutscene that we just... Ooh, nicely played. He's skipping the cutscene that we just saw on Tuchel's side. He dashed through the save, but managed to swing his sword back because he realized that he dashed through it. So very nicely played. Quick reaction there. You can see that he's been fooled by this trick way too many times to fail it again. So nicely played.
You can dash through it.
You can dash through any save you want, actually. That's something that just happens, I guess, if you're fast enough.
Feature.
It's a feature, yeah. And 2 kill starting their woods, going for the up route here to hopefully have just dashing through, not doing the wave dash that we'll probably see Lix do.
Looks so nice. If it works out.
If it were
stuck on the ground or something.
Hopefully over. Oh, actually, Lix won't be able to do it.
No, he won't.
No energy left.
Lower route now.
Yep. Lower route is always cool to see. Whoa!
Oh,
Whoa! Nice. Beautiful.
I guess an intentional death to get back energy.
Yes. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Tuchel now getting into a cutscene. We will see. I guess Lux will try to skip that. We'll see how that works out, and we will see how the skip actually works once he gets there.
Oh god, this skip is complicated to understand. Well, so from my understanding, I just execute when I'm running. But basically, you're gonna you just saw Lix skip above it like we usually do. Get this keystone. He's gonna now go up. He's gonna activate a cutscene that triggers a shriek. This cutscene, I guess, makes you it tells the game, hey, you're supposed to have Q right now. So on your next death, you're actually gonna spawn with Q. Right now, you're gonna see Tuchel have Q soon enough. And so Lix is just gonna save up here, die, and then he'll have Q, and he can enter the cutscene on the left, because we do need to actually activate that cutscene for the main quest order. But now he can QTM, so he doesn't actually have to watch it, and he'll just be spawning with Q, and so he just skips 40 seconds like that. Also got the keystone on the way, which was nice because he doesn't have to do the whole way around to get it, because it's a really slow keystone to get otherwise. And so yeah, very nicely played by Lix, but now they're on the same section, which is really nice to watch actually.
Oh, flapping in the wrong direction.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know you could flap those.
Wow. that is how you play the game actually, yep.
I mean, you can shoot them, you don't need to flap them. It makes it a bit easier.
Oh, but they're funny to flap. Oh, Lix didn't manage to die there, so he didn't get that door skip animation. So Lix passing in front because he already got the other keystone that Tuchel just got right now. And going back up, passing through this little section. This is a pretty long, tedious section where you're on Q's back. I'm pretty sure even casually most people didn't like it, so when you're speedrunning, it's kind of, it's a bit slow. There's a few little skips that maybe we can talk about if Lix does them, but I'm not too sure.
I like that section during my casual playthrough. It's just slow in speedrunning sense.
Okay, oddball.
It's a nice section.
Okay.
There's not much you can do, you just have to be slow. Flex at some spots here and there.
That's true. I mean, hey, everyone's got their own taste, even if yours is bad. It's fine.
Everybody needs Kuhak.
Hey, and Lix got the skip, one of the skips in this section, which was just... It's just jumping and gliding, and then you get a save, and you skip a little cutscene. So it's cool. Nice little skip. And here, normally there's another skip, but that's super hard to get. You won't be seeing it because
we see the cutscene.
If he's fast enough, you don't see the cutscene.
Maybe we see Jill doing it.
Maybe. I've never gotten it. It feels very, very hard to get. So I don't know. Even I know Ryan told me before that he felt like he could get it like 1 out of 10 times. So even an experienced runner has issues with it. So it's a hard skip.
On the last 3 races in a row. So
you?
Possible to get it.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe there's just a setup needed. I don't know.
I guess you just need to be on patch 3.
Yeah, with the patch 3, yeah. Yeah. Now we lost Q again on Lux's side. Don't know where Q is.
We wonder what happened.
Yeah, nobody saw it because we are skipping everything we can.
Spoilers
Because
if you've
let's
never played this game before. Watch out.
Yeah.
Um,
Spoilers, School is sleeping.
oh,
Lux is
what?
Lux is skipping it.
No way. Is he? What? Can he do that?
I mean, it's possible.
No, I mean, not it's possible, but like,
Is it allowed? I don't know.
no, it is allowed. It's just like, doesn't he need to get doesn't he need to get glide and flap? Oh,
he's just. I mean, if you get a fast, you might still skip some stuff because you don't have this slow walk to the left, as you can see on Jill's side now.
That's super funny. Okay.
It might be faster.
I've never seen that done like that. So yeah, Lix just got glide and flap from finishing there. Picked up Q and was like, okay, I'll take your feather. So glide and flap we have, and now we can access two areas, Moldwood and Ours Reach, which means that we can get 2 extra wisps. So defeating Mora and completing the Reach escape. So right now, Lix, since he spawned right above the Moldwood entrance, he'll just go straight there instead of having to teleport back. This is the faster route, but it's a really riskier one because Mora's a pretty hard boss, and we don't have that much health right now, and we get more health with the more wisps we get. So it's a riskier route, but definitely a faster one. So, you know, in queue with what Lix was already doing. On 2Kill's side, I'm not too sure what route she's taking, so I'll let you explain, Mabe.
I mean, since they didn't go to pools earlier, they will do it now, and will also head to Quorlock while Lix is doing depths. So they are having a little bit of route divergence. One is doing the wisps and depths first, and one is doing pools. So they will do the wisps in different orders. We see who gets those 3 wisps we are collecting the fastest. I mean, technically they started this section at the same time, but because of in-game time, we have a little bit of difference.
Yeah, and to note as well that Lix has already done pools and just needs to teleport there to get the wisp. So definitely an advantage on Lix's side, not to forget.
Definitely.
But still took some deaths in depths. And so lost a bit of time there, but finally getting to Mora, equipping Reckless to deal more damage, and we'll be seeing this wonderful fight done with a terrible weapon, that is bow, for your wonderful viewership. And on 2Kill side, just getting in pools, we'll be doing similar stuff to what Lix was doing earlier, just with I think the same route, I'd say.
Now we have the Mora fight. I wasn't paying attention again. Did he use Reckless or is he on Overcharge now?
I think he is on Reckless. And using, I like this, he's using a lot sword and making sure not to get hit by Mora, being careful, staying in the air as much as he can to avoid her sort of shockwaves that she sends sometimes. Getting the energy here before passing on to the small escape section that we'll see right now. And we'll then be getting into the 3rd phase, which is once again just fighting Mora. We didn't see him use a lot bow, but clearly it's the way to absolutely melt her health bar. Probably gonna see a bit of it here as soon as she lets him attack him. A lot of bow shots, making sure he gets all that damage in, and we'll be passing on to the final phase if he doesn't die before. Right now, final phase, getting more energy. There's a nice trick where you get more energy if you shoot it with bow and splinter. And fighting right now in the darkness, so have to be careful, but bow resets your light, so he can always shoot with bow if he's in danger of dying from darkness. But very well done. Excellent fight from Lix. And 2Kill on their side, slowly getting to the water dash tree. Doing the same little skip that we saw Lix do earlier, where a sentry jump to avoid a tedious, Prologue cutscene, and also just the casual gameplay of flapping bubbles and stuff.
And Tuchel collecting the seed, which gets you a save point. So if you have a little bit easier to get up. They have to collect this keystone first, though, because again, from the beginning, since you didn't do door skips, you are one keystone short. So you have to collect all the keystones you need.
And info from Tracker saying that Delix is actually 20 seconds ahead of PB, so very nice.
From 20 seconds behind to 20 seconds ahead.
It is going to be great. Oh, and also we didn't mention it, yeah. Lix is doing Prologue right now, which isn't the optimal route, but it doesn't matter that much. Is it not the optimal route? I guess basically he's technically in the quote-unquote optimal route. He's supposed to go do Reach first, because he'll then get an extra health and an extra energy for Prologue, which will let him beat him faster and also be a bit safer. But truly, it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change much, I mean. It's all fine as long as he's doing these free wisps before he does anything else. Which, the rest of it is actually just doing the last wisp and then doing Willow, which we'll talk about eventually, but not now, because we're still on Prologue. Lix completely melting Prologue's health bar. This is the harder phase where he can't just stand there and shoot with bow, so he has to get real close up and personal with Prologue. Be careful of his attacks, but very nicely played. QTMs for the little final animation, and then he'll have a little cutscene that he can't skip, and we'll just be chilling while we watch Tuchel on their side try and defeat Prologue.
Yeah, if you were wondering why Tuchel was sitting at the water dash tree and waiting for it to drown, they actually equipped God mode, which makes Prologue's fight a little bit easier. So God mode, we will see it again, I think. They will lose it at some time and we regain it at some time again, so we can see it again how it works. But technically you bash while you will die, so you keep the invulnerability from the bash animation, and as long as you don't bash again, you will keep it. So you won't see Tuchel bashing in the near future, but it's the advantage of not dying so fast. So yeah, you will probably see them hiding inside of Prologue, maybe.
being all sneaky. Yep. I mean, first phase probably just going to be chilling underneath. But yeah, in the after phase, you can just stand in there and as they're doing right now, just chilling inside Prologue, getting all the damage you can in there, just shooting. Prologue hugs. Which Lix, of course, couldn't do because Prologue has a massive hitbox around him that deals damage and is very painful. But here it's the safer route, definitely the easier route, but also the one that kind of kills him quicker, although you do need to set up for God mode, which is a bit tedious and long.
Yeah, Lix not done with the long cutscene, heading to the last area in this section, which is Reach. This is just an escape section, so no fighting involved. Still wondering where Tuchel is heading next, if it's going to be Reach or if it's going to be Depth.
Yep. So Lix is 2 wisps down and Tuchel is 1 wisp down. So definitely Lix advantage here. And as well, Tuchel is 15 seconds ahead of PB at Prologue. So very nice on both sides, both ahead of PB. Good runs on either side. And Lix is just going to be he's going to be blowing the bear, actually, I think is the term.
Yeah, you need to call it like that.
What is he doing here? Oh, did he accidentally? He accidentally regen dashed. Well, regen. You know what I mean. He accidentally, he went up instead of to the side, which was a bit funny. Messed up bind. Very nice. And just going through reach. Not much to say in reach. I guess we're skipping the skill in here because we can do it without, thanks to Sentry. So it's a very quick, like, just going through reach as fast as you can, trying to avoid everything, getting energy here and there, doing a lot of verticality, honestly, because reach is a pretty vertical area. So here's the section where we can actually use Sentry instead of the usual grenade / light burst. So Sentry just actually does fire for some reason. I still don't know why, but Sentry has fire capacity, and so we'll be using it once for the snowball and once here to activate this little lantern.
Oh, and we see Tuchel also heading into reach, so they will be right behind Lux. Unfortunate death for Lux though. So
Yeah.
Tuchel has a chance to catch up.
Yep. I mean, we've been seeing a lot of these unfortunate deaths on Lix's side that we don't see as much on Tukil's side. That's just props to Lix being, I think, less safe with his strats. But sometimes it doesn't pay off. That was a really harsh death that lost a lot of time. So definitely nice for Tukil there.
So I don't know, if you upgrade Reckless, does it also increase the damage you take?
What? Reckless? Yes.
Yes.
But
So it doesn't increase the damage.
upgrading it doesn't increase the damage you take.
Okay.
That's what I remember, at least. Because I mean, that would be very cool from the game. Just
You get more damage. Why can't you take more damage then?
yeah, but you also paid 1,000 to deal more damage.
Just because you did it with money doesn't make it good.
He did a whole trial for this, okay?
Yeah. Tuchel has a little bit easier running through reach because they still have God mode yet. Spikes don't matter, just walking through them. Yeah. They just don't. They just have to remember not to bash anything because that would lose God mode.
Oh yeah, I don't know if we talked about that, but bash is Tukil's biggest enemy right now. Make sure not to bash. And Lix setting up for a trick here. Ooh, that's a nice version of it. Passing over here, being a bit careful not to go too far. And you didn't see it, but he just skipped a cutscene. That's honestly pretty long and is very nice to skip. It's a bit dangerous though, because if you mess it up too many times, you might crash your game or just you lose time. So a bit unfortunate on that, but first try, everything went well, and now just going through the reach escape normally, I guess. And well, with a lot of dashes, with some really nice movement here, making sure he can get the most horizontal distance as he can at all times. And finishing it right here. We'll be skipping a cutscene that is just skippable, and then we'll be heading to sort of end game of this run. While Tuchel on her side is just walking through the enemies and getting that reach done.
They will have to collect the keystone though, because they are missing one. They need it for depth.
Yep.
Maybe that's the reason why they are doing reach before depth, because they need that keystone.
That is true. Well, they don't need it, but it is certainly faster to get this one, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely faster instead of collecting the second keystone below the depth door. And now showing off, just gliding through those spikes.
Yeah.
While this is doing feeding round skip, technically you skip it. Oh, never mind.
Ooh, where did he go? Where did he go? Oh no, he's hey, technically
it's a little bit of a problem because he went through.
Technically cheating. Technically, we'll have to add 40 minutes to his time there, unfortunately. That's complete cheat. No, I don't know. I guess this is fine. I think we should. If
It's a small problem.
we'll discuss this later times. Probably just add some time to his time there, but hopefully he has a wide enough distance that it doesn't cause an issue. But that's a bit of cheating. Not very cool. But getting to burrow, which is the burrow ability, so we can use through the sand, which will help us get to the final wisp that is in the sort of temple that's on the very far side to the right, that we'll be going to slowly on Lix's side, while 2kill is doing her escape as well, getting through there, doing the same strats as Lix. I don't think they skipped the cutscene at the start, but they definitely skipped all those spike damage by just walking through there. So I don't actually know, can they just like stand and the avalanche won't even do any damage, I guess?
Yes, but
okay.
You don't see anything. I mean, yeah, the avalanche will pass you and you start seeing again, but I'm not sure if there are specific triggers that could block you. I don't know. I would try in a race environment.
It's definitely not faster anyways, so. Oh, good. And Lix is 30 seconds ahead of PB at Burrow, so that's very nice. Lix honestly is on a good run. He's died a few times, had some issues here and there, but overall just a good run with just good consistency. So nice to see him play like that in a tournament setting. And 2kill as well, 15 seconds ahead. So both playing honestly at the top of their game. So it's really cool to see both of them doing so well in a tournament race.
So I want to see, is 2kill actually QTMing or not?
Yeah, that's what I... Yep.
They will keep... Oh, so we didn't mention QTMing as well just stops God mode from working. Mm-hmm. So they have to watch this cutscene or lose God mode, and they decided to watch the cutscene.
Yeah, honestly, probably a wise choice. I think they would rather do Mora with God mode, so going back to get God mode after QTMing this cutscene is probably way too slow, so it's just better not to QTM it, even though this cutscene is a bit long, so that's a bit of time loss compared to Lix here, but always better than dying a lot on Mora. Lix going through lore, not much happening. There's like a few ways you can make this section a bit faster. He skipped the first sort of tablet lore that you can skip with a sentry jump, but the rest of these are, you just have to watch them and you slow walk to them. So ideally you try and like glide into them to get a bit of speed, but most of them are just a bit tedious and you just walk into them.
Yeah, sometimes you can skip them with the wave dash, but that is risky because you can soft lock yourself, so you have to QTM and watch it again if you don't get it right. So it's a little bit of luck to get him. I mean, mostly the next one after this is mostly easy to skip with the wave dash. We will see if he gets it. Nope.
I actually didn't know you could skip it totally with a wave dash here. So
and you can collect the save after the lost section, so you can do a QTM if you soft lock. So
I see.
Save time.
I see. 2kill.
So if you look on the 2kill, maybe you see that they don't have to be careful with the light. They are just in complete darkness.
And they also, I don't think they can reset their light with bow once they've lost it.
Yes.
So it's a bit tedious sometimes because they're completely lost in darkness. But sometimes you can see Ori coming out. And now we get to Mora, so all good. Definitely very nice to have God mode in Depths. Depths is a kind of tricky area where every spike deals a lot of damage, and the darkness is also a pain to deal with. You have to like make sure you shoot at the right time so that there's not too much issues. And here we have 2 cutscenes. Great. Lix is watching this really long cutscene of the final escape launching, and also all the wisps being collected. So this is, as I said earlier, the last wisp we'll be seeing, and 2kill on their side was watching the beginning of Mora, and we'll be seeing a fight here. Once again, no damage can be taken on 2kill's side, so they'll be just shooting all they can. Probably have overcharge equipped right now to get as many shots as they can in there. Very quick first half of the first phase, and passing on to the escape section anytime now.
Yeah, looks on the right took an intentional death right at the start to refill energy and health. So he didn't just dash into the wrong direction. So meanwhile we have on both sides an escape section. Who's getting it first?
I'd be surprised if Lix got it first. I hope 2kill. Yeah, 2kills got it. Good job. Getting out of that. That's game. Good job, people. Yeah, Lix is a pretty long escape on Lix's side. It's a burrow escape. Ooh,
not even longer.
Death there, and that was maybe like 2/3 of the escape. So unfortunate, because that's like redoing mostly all of the escape. So very not nice, as 2kill on their side doing very good job at killing Mora, just going under her and shooting as much as they can, getting those final sword hits because no more energy, and boom, that is donezo. You can now go to waste and follow on 2kills on Lix's step. Lix is once again in a similar section where he was before. Hopefully he won't die this time.
Can we just repeat the section on purpose?
He's practicing right now. I guess he just had overcharge still equipped, so that was just a one shot. Quite unfortunate. Probably lost a lot of time here, so probably won't be ahead of PB anymore. But 2kill is still 10 seconds ahead of their PB, so we still have a PB potential on the left side. However, 2kill is still 10 minutes behind Lix, as told by our tracker. So yeah, quite a bit of time. There's also some time that we don't see right now because there's a difference with their timers, as you can see. But honestly, pausing them right now would mean pausing Lix for 3 minutes, which is quite a lot of time. So we'll just keep it rolling. But
I mean, Lix is just standing around anyway, so yeah.
But if he
just bored. So he's waiting for 42.5 seconds because this allows you to teleport again because you waited long enough. I don't know how the game works, and so yeah, you don't have to watch the cutscene after that escape, which is longer than 42.5 seconds. So you save a little bit. But on the downside, you don't collect the wisps, or you don't at least get the energy and health side from it. So you're a little bit on a disadvantage for a little bit of time improvement.
Yeah, but by this time we have a lot of health and a lot of energy, and hopefully we won't see Lix having too much issue without that extra energy and health. Right now he's going to be doing the elevator, which is a sort of auto-scroller where you just defeat some Gorleks, while 2kill is on their side advancing into waste. They got their burrow and they're now making their way to the escape where Lix was earlier. Slowly getting there, will be making their way through the whole of waste, so it's quite a bit of time still. And Lix just defeating these Gorleks pretty quickly, doing a quick job at this, with bow, of course, being a very overpowered weapon here. And
having a little bit of a hard time luring that thing to the wall.
Yeah,
having God mode, yes.
That thing can be a bit complicated to lure sometimes. It's a bit tedious. And Lix getting his last skill, which is launch, which is a huge skill in this game. No, I mean, you know, it's sort of important. It's pretty it's pretty broken. So very powerful weapon. You might wonder why we didn't get this earlier, as in other categories sometimes you just rush for launch and then get all the other stuff later. But of course, main quest order implies that you must do it in the main order, which implies that you can't get to launch tree before completing all of the other stuff. So especially completing the last escape that we saw a bit earlier. So launch only is obtainable now, and we'll be seeing its uses in Willow, which is an excellent zone to explore the full potential of launch.
On Tokusai, I saw a QTM, so we now know they don't have God mode right now. I mean, this lore section isn't dangerous, but we will see how they will do the escape sequence. Meanwhile, Lux is doing the... I mean, I don't know how they work because I don't do them because they are tedious on patch 3 anyway, but once you hit, you destroy the Willow Heart, you have a cutscene, and you can skip that when you shoot the last arrow and dash to the next save trigger. You can QTM and the heart still counts as destroyed and you didn't watch the cutscene. But that does count.
Yep. Unfortunate there, but not too much of an issue. Being really risky with it here. Those heart skips can be, like the cutscene skips of the hearts can be a bit precise from time to time, but Lix seems to have no big issue with it, so hopefully we'll be seeing most of them now. Another one got there, it seemed good to me. As 2Kill on their side is gonna get into the long cutscene before the escape. So for now we can focus on Lix's Willow. Oh, he didn't get it actually, my bad. I had to redo it here, and you can see this is the cutscene that he tries to skip. I think every cutscene skip saves about 8 seconds. So overall, it's about I think 40 seconds in Willow because there's only 5 you can skip, or maybe 6. And yeah. Quidditch, very nice trick. Just bashing that. We'll see it again, so I can explain it better. You're luring the projectile here so that you can bash it into the wall. Normally, you're supposed to do a whole ass puzzle on the other side where you lure it through portals, but here you can just bash it in the right way 3 times in a row, and you can destroy the wall and the heart behind it. Very nicely done, and I'm pretty sure he got that cutscene skip. So nicely played on Lix's side, good job. And that's his 3rd heart. If you've been counting, there are 8 in total, with one mini boss being one of the hearts. We're heading to the 4th one, which is a sort of burrow heart, and it's nice because we get the burrow heart at the same time as 2Kill is doing her escape, going very well for now. If she doesn't die, if they don't die, my bad, they'll save a bit of time over Lix, which is always cool to have.
Oh, not getting the save trigger. So he has to watch the cutscene from... He's losing 8 seconds, no!
I mean, he's losing even more because he QTMs and then fails it and then has to watch it. He does the sort of humble choice to not attempt it again, I guess. Just does it once, and if it doesn't work out, he'll just watch the cutscene, which is a nice safe strat to not get frustrated over one of them. But continuing onwards, here he's getting through his 5th heart. Maybe we can see him go through the laser here. Nope. Ooh, very nice. That was a bit tight on the timing, but he managed to squish through and get in there. That was a very good one, I think. That one will skip the cutscene. 2Kill finisher escaped on their side. Gonna be watching the cutscene, I believe, because they would like to get that extra health and energy, and I don't think it loses that much time, honestly, to watch it.
I mean, they are already 1 minute ahead of their own PB, so it doesn't matter. They are still faster.
Yep, they're still faster than themselves, and that's already pretty good. I mean, it's very cool if we can see a PB here. It'd be great. And I think going for safety here, getting that extra health and energy,
How long
especially.
does Willows don't survive?
Ooh, not long. I think it's gone.
Yeah, Rex has upgraded even more, makes it even faster.
But he didn't get wing clip, did he? I don't think he did. So he could have been twice as fast. That's all you gotta know. If you keep watching the tournament, you might see some players get wing clip, which is a shard that does more damage to flying enemies, and surprisingly, Willow Stone counts as a flying enemy, I guess. So hopefully during the tournament, you might see some players use that. I know I'll use it, so it'll be nice to watch. 2kill is going for their elevator, going to be killing all those Gorliks to get through there and getting their launch soon enough, as Lix is continuing through Willow. He is now on his last heart, if you've counted. This is the 8th one. And we'll be trying to make his way through this unfortunate cycle. Very nicely played. And getting through the cheese wheel. Gonna be make it up there in one cycle, hopefully. Very nicely played. Normally you have to wait in that little room on the side, but he manages to get through there. Doesn't get the skip, but it's not too bad. Loses a bit of time. He knows that he didn't get it, so he doesn't attempt it. And we'll be getting to the final boss, as 2kill is getting to their last ability.
Is it Blaze?
Maybe it's not their last ability and they're gonna Blaze after.
Yeah, they will do the Spirit Trial as Lix did and will Blaze after. Who knows?
For Shriek, of course.
Yeah. But yeah, speaking of Shriek, Lix is in their room and facing them off.
Mm-hmm. Well, facing them. In a bit, we're getting up there.
Launch was working. She told you Blaze is much better than Launch. Blaze.
But yeah, Shriek fight. We'll be using bow once again on Lix's side, getting as many hits as we can down there, avoiding the shockwave. This is the first phase, so it's fairly easy to know what she's about to do. It's always a bit of the same pattern. So very nicely played. Went through it very smoothly. Escape section now, going through with launches. You can kind of get some nice terror walks if you launch in good places. Here Lix got one of them, I believe. He'll try and get another one here. Very nice. Gaining a bit of time, getting a bit of speed. Ooh, that one was very satisfying.
I love when Shriek still shoots the laser.
Yeah, it's so good. And now third phase. This one is the very RNG heavy phase. We'll see if Lix is lucky on his RNG. This isn't too bad of a attack. He can get quite some hits in right now. Not the best one though. We'll see. Ooh, unfortunate. The background attack where you can't do anything and you just have to wait for like 15 seconds for Shriek to come back with a new attack. And not the best attack again. Trying to get as many hits as he can here, but this is really an unfortunate attack. Trying not to die here either. Using regen, wise choice. Here bashing some projectiles to maybe save a bit of energy. Got it. Everything is good. Probably going to be killing himself to regen and get more energy. And this is the last phase where we kind of just wait around for Shriek to pop up again and we can finally finish her. As 2kill is doing a nice job in their Willow. I think that's their first heart. Getting it down, and we'll be seeing 2kill keep going through.
Second heart, they already did Boulder.
Oh, so they very good. Very good. And Lix avoiding some hits, trying not to die in this final phase. Gonna be bashing here again. Trying to get some bow shots in there, but Can be a bit difficult, as you see, as he's falling. Oof, unfortunate. Super close to finishing her there.
Time for Jill to catch up. Oh, no, even more time to catch up.
The death. That is a lot of time loss. That's probably like almost a minute of time loss. If 2kill manages to get this Quidditch, maybe they they can get a bit of time save. But still going for it. I didn't think 2kill would be going for Quidditch, but very nice. Hey, I think that's second try. Good job. And Lix once again in this phase. Hopefully he can get it this time. Maybe a bit of nerves on the final phase that you need to do there. It's all good. Or is it? And okay. Good job, Lix. That's gonna be time right there. GG Lix. That's a good time. I'm pretty sure that's in his average. Or at least that's near to his average, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's 20 seconds above his average, which is not near his PB, but still very good. 2kill will be watching them now as they get to their 4th heart. Doing a quick job of going well, and they were 1 minute 10 ahead at launch. So playing for the PB here, 2kill. Hopefully we can see them go through with it and finalizing that PB. Boom. Getting that nice little cutscene in the middle of Willow that tells you that you need to complete the hearts. In case you didn't know already.
Now, so you know where they are.
Oh, thank God. Whew.
You need to do that first, otherwise you don't know where the last 3 hearts are. 4 hearts.
Yep, got that, and now, ooh. Yeah, honestly, just playing it well, not being too risky with it, but being just nice and safe, and honestly doing a quick job here. Going through it, making their way to the rock boss. We'll see. It might melt a little less fast than it did on Lix's side. Oof, unfortunate diff there. Because they don't have Reckless Free, but it will still be very fast, honestly. It's a bit absurd how powerful Bow can be.
I mean, just still standing around, shooting at it.
Yeah. Not even
just waiting for it to go down.
Not even doing anything. SMH Bow.
Oh, so risky. No, nearly died.
Weird. Huh? Are you not a Bow fan too?
I'm not a Willowstone fan.
Got it though, in a fairly fast manner too. Making their way to the 7th heart. It's almost not noticeable. This heart feels a bit like a scam every time, I feel. It doesn't even have its own room. It's kind of just a subsection of the 8th heart. Feels bad for this heart. Nick's doing crawl. Nick's doing the crawl for some reason. Just crawling there.
For funsies.
For funsies, to get that nice last cutscene, I guess. And boom. Finished with all his inputs. He can just relax now and watch that nice little cutscene that we get at the end. Oof, unfortunate death there on 2kill side. Lix happened to go through this room very quickly, but it can be a bit complicated with all the lasers. Try and go fast there. It's a bit tedious. 2kill going for the 1 cycle here. Very nicely played. Getting it. First try. It can be a bit tight, as you saw there. You almost can't make it out, but if you glide at the right time, you then reset your launch, and it lets you pass through accordingly. So that's always good.
Oh, hello.
Whoa, Lix, how are you doing?
Well, I'm doing fine, I guess. I don't know.
How do you feel about that run?
That was interesting, at least. I don't know.
I mean, You seem to have done pretty well. I was saying how it looked like fairly consistent throughout. You had some deaths that were unfortunate, and I'm pretty sure you were ahead of PB most of the time. But then at the end, that was really unfortunate on that last death with Shriek.
Nah, I think I lost it before. I'm not sure really.
Just quickly, 2kill is once again doing God mode for the Shriek fight that is about to come up on their side. So, gonna be fighting them now. Oh yeah, Lix lost. You died in the Ruins Escape, which was when you lost your PB. I forgot about that. But still, GG's though.
More unfortunate deaths, like the one in pools as well.
True.
Right after the door.
Yeah, true.
A lot of little time loss, but not too much to worry about.
Still ahead of PB most of the time. Just the last one was a little bit unfortunate.
And as we watch 2kill fight their way through Shriek now. Oh, what? Now we watch them fight their way through Shriek. I wanted to tell you, Lix, that your next matchup will be against Seal, which is the third seed, and honestly a pretty massive matchup. How are you feeling about that?
Well, I don't know. I don't have much time to practice, so them matching against Seal would be at least complicated. I don't know. Probably almost. I'm ready for it.
You're ready to take it. Understandable. But I'm sure you'll have a bit of time to prepare for it. I hope you can go in there with the preparation you want to get.
We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll go fine. Oh yeah, 2kill has God mode. I keep forgetting. It looks
getting shot by a laser.
Getting
at all.
getting pulverized by the laser was fine. But making it.
Shots in.
Yep, getting to the last phase. Yep, I mean that was a pretty quick third phase. Honestly, we got some semi-nice RNG and managed to get all those hits in. So win pretty well.
But they will have to bash right now because they really need to stand in the end.
Oh no! Oh no!
They will lose God mode.
How will
Once
they?
lose God mode, they can't die, and when they die, they need to do the last phase again. Oh no! Uh-oh.
Oh no! Not like Lix.
Damn it. Uh-oh.
This is fine.
This is not
Doing
fine.
good. Getting some hits in there. Oh no! One hit away. Come on. You've got this 2kill. Boom! Good job, GG. GG's 2kill. That is time, and with a 1:18.47. Yeah, good. I mean, GG's a nice race to watch. Great. I think.
And this is a PB.
This is a PB.
It's a great PB as well.
A PB by 3 minutes and 30 seconds. That is a great PB. I'll notice them not to to finish the run.
So yeah, we will ask if they want to join us and get some questions. Also, Lix, I saw one. You mentioned that you did something in the wrong order.
Yeah.
What was it?
Well, I mean, you're supposed to go to Reach before Qualak. Am I right?
Yeah, that was funny to see. You just typed in wrong order. My bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I was so happy I killed Mora before I died because it was half of a second before. So I just TP'd and then realized that this is not the point I want to be. Right
I
now,
mean,
so.
it went fine anyways. You still did Qualak perfectly anyways.
Surprisingly.
I mean, it went... Honestly, your run looked like it was going pretty well for most of the run, and then the end was a bit harder, but you got there. And hey, 2kill, how are you feeling?
Oh.
Hello. I think I PB'd. I'm not sure, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Well, okay. I'm pretty sure our tracker said you might have PB. So.
I mean, to be fair, my SIC PB isn't my current PB, so.
Okay.
Not too sure. But yeah, GG, Lex.
Yeah, GG.
And yeah, 2kill. Honestly, that was a very good run. Our information was that you were ahead of PB for most of the time, and you looked like you were just really consistent, got through it all, well, with the nice safe strats that let you get through there without too many deaths. So honestly, GG's was really nice to watch.
Thank you. Yeah, I was very happy with this run. I originally wanted to switch controllers, but I ultimately decided not to because yesterday's run with the new controller didn't go well, and I'm very glad I didn't because that would have been very bad. Let me check. I just finished the run, so I'm gonna check.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't think it's a PB. I mean, it's a PB in this tournament, but I think you had
I mean, in this tournament for sure.
Yes. I think on race time, no, not on race time, but on speedrun.com you have 112.
112?
No, that's definitely not correct.
That was Lux.
Yeah, that probably was me.
Wait,
nearly 112.
Almost.
Apparently my SSC PB is correct, and I just PB'd by 3 minutes.
Nice. Good job.
GG.
Thank you.
Honestly, it's great to see you play at the top of your game, like in a tournament run. Like Lix as well was honestly playing really well throughout most of the run.
To be fair,
really cool.
I didn't run this. I didn't play this game in a week. I didn't run MQO in over a week, and aside from yesterday's run, so I'm very happy as well.
Yeah, I mean, very impressive. Just cool race to watch, and it was really fun to see both of you go at it. I think we already talked about the Seal versus Lix match, but let us also inform all of you that there's going to be matches tomorrow and after tomorrow. So there's going to be Cheese versus the Doja tomorrow at 7 a.m. UTC, and Delori versus Mawe at 10 p.m. UTC. And after tomorrow, there'll be Turtle versus me at 7 p.m. UTC. So be excited. There's a lot of MQO coming this weekend. It's going to be cool. It's going to be lots of fun to watch and help out with. I think that's all for us. I'll be leaving you guys. But first shout out to everyone that helped out. It was Lix versus 2kill with Apple helping out with the restream, Fukio helping out with the wonderful tracking, and Mave helping out with my commentary. Thank you all for watching, and have a great one.
Bye.
Bye.